This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for joining this session. And here in this demo, I'll just focus on some basics of portfolio and project management, along with that EPPM concept, enterprise portfolio and project management, and how this helping us in our industry solutions. Okay, and then I'll explain the course detail, what exactly we are going to include in this course and what is excluded. Okay, so here just to give you some brief about how exactly we are conducting this course. Okay, and here in all the upcoming sessions I'll just take some industry best practices scenarios from the EPPM. Okay, and then I'll focus on PPM. In next slide I'll explain what is the difference between EPPM and PPM. Okay, so here I'll just take some scenarios from IT company or some scenarios from construction companies, and then I'll explain the entire process, entire solution which we are having in the PPM. Okay, and then when we are going to conduct these sessions, I'll explain first the business scenario and then how you can execute the transactions. Okay, relevant to that business scenarios, how exactly the transaction has to be executed in Fury, and if the Fury app is not available, how you can execute it in NWBC. Okay, NetWeaver Business Client. And then once we'll understand that how we are executing the transaction, then we are understanding the configuration. So all the basic configuration will be explained here. So this training course is especially for the consultants who want to make their career in portfolio project management, EPPM. Okay, and as a part of this course I'll share some document which is having some standard books, okay, which is certification books, and some project documents which will help to understand exactly the requirement from the business and then how you can implement the PPM. Okay, all the sessions will be recorded which will kept in our system. Okay, that is my online education, my Vandu app and web. Okay, so I'll provide you the access for that. You will get the system S4 HANA system access to practice as a part of this course. So this is just brief. Okay, in upcoming slides I'll explain you the more about this and I'll take some queries from your side. So here my agenda is to explain what is SAP EPPM. Okay, why we are using and how it is helping us in our industry solutions. Okay, what is the concept of EPPM and how it is different from PPM. Okay, that is the first thing which you need to understand. Second, we'll go for the course detail. Okay, so here if you see the EPPM, Enterprise Portfolio and Project Management, basically this is a package of module. Okay, or you can say this is a package of solution of project management. Okay, just to understand, which is having the multiple modules within it. The major four modules are project system, PS, portfolio project management, PPM, commercial project management, CPM, and EPC, enterprise project connector. Okay, so if you see this slide here, one second. Okay, if you see this slide here, this is my project system here. Okay, this is project system which is coming with the core. Okay, let me change this one second. Okay, so here the project system which was the part of core SAP. So earlier before 2017, before S4 HANA to 17, okay, that system that PPM and CPM was not part of the core, but after that PPM and CPM is the part of core SAP where it is coming by default. Okay, so here if you see the combinedly EPPM which is having project system is your controlling module which is integrated with core modules like material management, like financial and controlling. It is integrated with sales and distribution. It is integrated with your material management and PM plant maintenance. So you see the around whatever the specific modules are given, the PS is integrated everywhere wherever the controlling is required. Okay, So if you see in this slide, the project system is integrated with FICO, it is integrated with SCM, that is my HR module. It is integrated with MRS, multi-resource scheduling. Okay. It is integrated with timesheet. Okay. CATS, cross application timesheet. It is integrated with sales and distribution, PP, port production planning, and supply chain management, SRM, Ariba. Everywhere, wherever we need a controlling project system will be there. So that is the base of this entire EPPM solution. If you say like you can provide some solution in EPPM without using PS, but if you see that overall requirement from the industry, most of the time it will require project system as a base. Okay, so this is a base model. Apart from that, the PPM, portfolio and project management, this one. Okay, this is helping us to understand the portfolio of our organization and to align all your project with that portfolio. Okay, we'll understand this concept in our next slides. But here in SAP PPM, portfolio and project management, this sounds like EPPM. Sometimes people are confused that EPPM and PPM is same. Okay, generally you can say that EPPM is just package which is having multiple module, but sometimes some consultant are also saying that say PPM as a EPPM, but it's not like correct. EPPM is different concept and PPM is a part of EPPM. Okay, so portfolio and project management is a module where SAP also giving the certification. Okay, so here in PPM and PS we are having certification. Apart from that, the CPM and EPC we don't have any certification. Okay, so if you are planning for that, you just need to think separately. For project system is separate and PPM is separate. So here SAP portfolio and project management, which is mainly concentrating on portfolio management and project management. So again, this PPM is having two components. One is a portfolio management, okay, another is a project management. And here analytics, which is being used for reporting, this is an inbuilt part of this solution, EPPM solution, PPM. So earlier, let's say if we are talking 10 years or 12 years back, there were two different modules. One was XRPM, Accelerated Resource Portfolio Management, okay, and another was C project. So these two different modules we're using for resource management and project management. Okay, and we used to integrate these two in most of the projects. So what SAP is came up, because these were many times it was required in all the projects, so SAP came up with new module called PPM, Portfolio Project Management, and it's combined in one. So XRPM and C project become PPM, Portfolio and Project Management. Basic concept of these modules within PPM is still the same, like integration is required, RFC is required. So these things still available in the solution. We'll understand once we'll start our course here. And coming to CPM, commercial project management, here it is more focusing on customer project where we are having customers, revenue projects, or you can say externally financed project. So here this commercial project management again is having three components. One is a workspace, second is a financial planning, and third is a risk and change management. Okay, so here workspace is providing a view, 360-degree view of your project, whatever activities, whatever financial transactions you have executed, how you can just analyze in one dashboard. Okay, there are, apart from that, there are other lots of good functionalities available, right, like your risk management, okay, which is really very uh, good solution here in EPPM. And apart from that, that review also, where you can review some activities of your project. So there are lots of other good functionality available here in the CPM. Okay, so this here CPM is separate module. Okay, here we don't have any certification in CPM side. Apart from that, this is a EPC, Enterprise Project Connection. Okay, 3.0. This is the version which we have as of now here. So this module is helping us to integrate your Primavera or MSP, Microsoft project with SAP. So here in EPC, we are having functionality to integrate your project system, majorly project system, PS orders, which is network, and PM orders, which is my plant maintenance order, with MSP or Primavera. Okay, so this is just working as an interface to communicate the data between your Oracle product or Microsoft project product to your PS product, your SAP product. Okay, so this is just idea here. What exactly is given in EPPM? Okay, here along with this, we that SAP has given the analytics. Okay, which is BW based reporting. That is a standard reporting, and everything is given there. This has to be activated as and when required. Okay, that is a separate part, technical part, which we will understand once we'll start the course. Okay, in PPM side, what exactly we need to understand from the BW side. Now, yeah. So this is just what exactly we are getting from S4 HANA. Okay, this is providing as a complete solution in EPPM. This is providing 360-degree cockpit and analytics view. So this I have taken, this screen I have taken from CPM. If you see the combined solution, I'm not talking PPM or CPM or PS or EPC separately. If you see the combined solution, okay, this combined solution is providing us 360-degree cockpit and analytical view of my project. Why I'm saying that combined and everything understand to as a EPPM. See what happens as a consultant when you are going to any project, and when you are talking to your client. Okay, and client is explaining his requirement that this I need, let's say I need just some portfolio, and based on that I need to do some resource planning which has to be integrated with my procurement side or somewhere sales side, and then I need to manage my risk and change management. So as a customer, they are he's explaining his requirement, but if you see as a consultant, you need to understand where exactly these requirements are fitting. Okay, some requirement are coming in the PS, some requirements need to be managed in PPM, some requirement has to be managed in CPM. Okay, but as a solution, you will say that everything is coming as a part of EPPM. If you are going to tell him that this is part of PS, this is part of PPM, this is part of CPM, that customer may be confused. Okay, or if they will not accept some time. So as a complete, wherever you are talking to your client, where you're talking to your customer to explain the solution, this has to be relevant to your complete as a package. Okay, so that's why when you are going to explain that what exactly we are going to get it from EPPM, you need to just talk entirely in EPPM. However, you are working in a specific area, PPM or some specific area, or PCM, PPS, that is a separate part. So here, as a 360-degree view of my project, we are having embedded analytics. Embedded analytics, which is basically a BW provided analytical reports, which is on time coming based on some some queries. Okay, and we are having role based application. We are having digital assistant and mobile UX, where we can just have a app in your mobile and you can perform the transaction. Machine learning, we are having a provision to integrate with your next different softwares, where we can utilize the analytics in our different applications like machine learning. Here I have just taken this slide to understand what kind of projects we are having in SAP. You may know that these projects, but just let me go through quickly to understand the different type of projects here. Okay, then we'll go to understand one business case.
Uh, Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, I have a query. Uh,
Yeah, tell me
Hello.
please.
Yeah. Actually, as we are very new to PPM, correct? So
Mhm.
sometime my customer used to come with new requirement. Is getting some videos on YouTube, and he will come, and we need this functionality in PPM. So how to identify it comes under PPM or EPM or EPPM or CPM. So for us, we are very new to PPM, correct? So every time he's
Correct.
watching videos on YouTube and coming us to get this functionality, is it inactive or
Yes,
active, or we have license. This kind of question is having.
yeah. See what happens. Let's say if you when you if you are getting any question, let's say in school days, someone is giving some question from physics, okay, and some questions from maths. So you need to understand from which area it is coming, right? The subject you should know,
Correct,
and how you will understand the
correct.
subject, you need to study that. So similarly here in EPPM also, until unless you are not understanding the different areas, like these are the functionality which we are having in the
Correct.
PPM, these functionality which we are having in the CPM, you will not able to identify where exactly you need to adjust that, right? So initial it will be difficult. It will be difficult because some functionality are similar. Okay, in PS if you see that same thing, you can get it from the investment management. Okay, similarly, some investment
Yeah.
management approach you can follow here in the PPM. But what will be the best? To understand that, you need to first understand the subject, okay, and you need to understand what is exactly feasible. Okay, sometimes theory is different, but as per the client, as per the customer requirement, how exactly practically it will be used in business, that is a separate. Okay, so that will come with the experience and to with understanding the subject. And this is obvious, like nowadays the data and all this information are available in YouTube or everywhere. So whoever is putting the requirement, they are taking something from the uh, internet, or they are putting to just to sometimes to just go for that functionality. Whether they are using it or not, that is separate part. But yeah, this will sometime it is but definitely it has to be done through by understanding the subject only. Okay, so here once you are going through with this course PPM, all the functionality, see I'll go in deep. Some area I'll just touch wherever it is not much required in the industry, but once you will have some idea, okay, yes, this some functionality, similar functionalities available. Okay, and if it is required by any client, in that case you can go in more deep, or you can explore some next level of understanding in that case. Okay, yeah. So next is like project system, oh sorry, project type. Okay, what different type of projects we are having in SAP. So we are having internally financed project and externally financed project. This is a just like categorization of project. Internally financed project where it is financed by the organization internally. Okay, for example, uh, the organization, they want to increase their manufacture, their production. Okay, so in that case they need to construct their next plant, new plant. So this is the investment, initial investment they are doing it, and that has to be financed internally. The organization has to spend the amount. Okay, so that is the internally finance. Externally finance, let's say some customer is asking us to implement SAP. We are the IT company, and then the customer is asking to implement SAP, and we are implementing SAP for my client. Okay, so that is a externally finance, where I am having customer and I am getting money to work for them. Okay, so here internally finance project is, it is again categorized in two different types. One is the investment project, another is the overhead project. Investment project where we are doing investment, like when we are constructing a one plant, manufacturing plant, this is investment. Okay, direct, straightforward, we understand that in my upcoming time, my upcoming years, I need to just increase my production as per my market requirement. Okay, and if I'm going to invest this much of amount to construct this plant, I'll get it return in my next 5 years or four years. So this, when I'm assuming that within 4 years or 5 years I'll get it back, that is my ROI, return on investment. Okay, and here when we are going to implement this kind of solution. These are the major module which we are using here: investment management, project system, controlling, PPM and CPM. This is just one idea where exactly we can focus to implement this kind of project. Next is overhead cost project. Overhead cost project which is not having any revenue and actual cost is transferred to the expenses. For example, where the amount is completely gone, expense happened. For example, if I'm doing any maintenance, it is my overhaul project. Sometimes we are seeing outage project also, where generally we are doing out when we are doing the maintenance for my plant uh, yearly, or let's say some time period based. So in that case, whatever amount I'm just putting for the maintenance, let's say some resources has been put, or some, let's say, some small material which we are using, that has to become in the expenses. Or apart from that, let's say if you take example of R&D project where you don't know whether it will become a any beneficial approach for us, or like how, what will be the outcome exactly, you don't know. So whatever amount is incurred in that case, it will go into expenses. This kind of project we can implement in PS, CO, PPM and CPM. Okay. And next is externally financed project, which we are calling as a customer project, because it is financed by the customer. Okay. And it is executed as per the project, as per the customer requirement, based on their strategies, based on their organization goal. And here we will have the customers and revenues. This has to be capitalized into product and or in the project, like engineering and ECO scenario, engineering construction and operation scenario, or MTO, make to order projects. This we can implement in PS, SD, CO, PPM and CPM. Okay. So overall, if you see, as we are having four module in EPPM: PS, PPM, CPM and EPC, how exactly these modules are fit in as per these all three different type of projects, we need to understand that one. That is a very basic thing. PS is a basic, which is controlling module, which will help us to integrate with other modules, direct integration, like PS MM, PS SD, PS PP, PS PM, like this way. Okay. PPM, portfolio and project management. Portfolio, it is focusing on more on investment kind of project or overhead cost project. SAP provide the solution which is more focusing to investment or overhead, but it doesn't mean we cannot use into customer project. Okay, we can use it in customer project also, but the functionality which is more suitable for investment and overhead project. If you see the CPM side, commercial project management, it is more focusing to my customer project type solution. Okay, it doesn't mean we cannot use here into investment or into our overhead. We can use it, but the maximum functionality, it is more suitable to customer project. Okay, so when we are understanding the subject, when we are understanding exactly the available functionality, we can decide exactly what functionality has to be implemented in which case, which business case. Okay, and this will come by understanding the subject, by understanding the business process, by understanding how exactly it is being executed in system. Okay, how it is benefiting my customer. So many things we need to take care of it. It doesn't mean like just you are copying pasting some solution from your old project, or someone is told like that. Okay, we need to just keep away from this kind of approach. We need to understand the subject, we need to understand the requirement from the customer, then we need to analyze how beneficial it will be for my customer. Okay, how it is helping them in their business. Okay, how feasible it is to be used. It is not like we are just implementing something, whether it is very complicated. It is providing full solution, but it is too much complicated to execute it. In that case, it will not be successful. So overall, we need to just understand whatever we are going to provide to my customer, it has to be utilized, it has to be used. It doesn't mean like just they have accepted an initial stage and it is thrown into dustbin. Okay, this should not be approach. So to understand that entire things, we need to focus on initial level to understand exactly where these functionality has to be utilized in different area. Okay, so This is just I have taken one slide to understand what is a portfolio, program, and project. Okay, so here when we are going to understand the PPM, first, if you see the definition, PPM, portfolio and project management. So portfolio, what is portfolio? Uh, Portfolio typically, as a definition, it is a collection of projects and programs that are managed as a group to achieve strategic objectives. This is a definition. Okay, but to understand how exactly we can identify the portfolio in any organization when we are going for an implementation, that is also very important. Okay, I've taken one example here. Here, let's say Godrej. Okay, Godrej is a company. Godrej Properties. Okay, this is their construction company. Okay, where they are having the different kind of project like commercial project and residential project, and they are executing commercial project, okay, in different area of country in India, within India. So here if you see the Godrej property, as per the portfolio definition, the similar type of project and programs, the group of similar type of projects and programs called portfolio. So here if you see the construction, if you see that all this commercial project, these are also construction, residential projects are also construction projects. So this is my program, okay, which is having the group of projects. So here the projects also construction relevant project. Okay, so here similar project, construction project, and similar construction program we are combining at one place and we are calling it as a portfolio. Okay, so this is helping us to understand and analyze the project requirement and market to implement our strategies. Okay, similarly the program is a group of project, similar project or related to one another, and which are often managed and coordinated as a group instead of independently. So commercial project. Okay, so when we are defining any strategies for my commercial project, this will be applicable for all my commercial project. Similarly, residential project, whatever the approach or strategies I am following for residential, that will be applicable for all my residential project. So this is helping us to take a decision based on the analytical reports. Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken by a company or organization. Okay, so this is the end, you can say end task, where exactly we are executing to achieve the goal of my organization. Okay, we'll go through of project definition in more detail once we'll start our sessions. Yeah, so here I have just taken one business case to understand how EPPM or PPM is helping us in any organization. Okay, how SAP PPM S4HANA is helping us here. So take an example of Godrej Group, which is having a different companies. Godrej Infotech, they are concentrating here in IT sector. Godrej Consumer Product, like different Godrej, the consumer products they are producing. Here Godrej Properties, this company is more focusing on construction projects, okay, commercial and residential. So this company is having some vision and mission of the organization, and here whatever the vision and mission they have defined as at organization level, to achieve that they are following some business strategies. Okay, and to achieve to achieve this vision and mission, they are following some strategic rules. So all these are connected. Here vision and mission is connected with business strategies and strategic rule which they are following to achieve their business strategies and vision and mission of the organization. And that strategic rule which they are following, okay, they need to apply this strategic rule to their end task, like their project, to achieve vision and mission of the organization. So in this entire process, entire cycle, that PPM is helping us to achieve that all things. Okay, so if you see as a standard that whatever the benefit we are having from PPM side, it's helping us to align portfolio with corporate goals. So we are having goals of the organization. Okay, here PPM is helping us to just align the portfolios with organization goals. Selection of suitable project based on success factors. So what we are doing when we are going to start any project, first we are analyzing whether this is helping us to achieve my organization goals or it is aligning with my business strategies or mission and vision of the organization. If it is yes, then we are proceeding. If it is no, then we are we are holding it here. We are not executing. We are canceling it here. Okay. So here PPM will help us to do this task. It is providing real-time visibility of financial plan and actual data. So next level, when you are analyzing your requirement or any initiative, in that case, it is helping us to give us the complete visibility of your financials and resources. And in later stage, it will help us to visualize your actual details also, actual data. And next is resource planning and visibility of resources. You can see the resource planning, like you in initial stage you can do the resource planning, and in later stage you can see exactly how much is consumed and what is the exact status here. Alignment with other business perspectives. Okay, you can align with other business scenarios, integrations. So here in all these places the PPM is helping us. This is to just give you some idea here. Let's say the Godrej group is there, which is having different companies. Okay, Godrej group, Godrej consumer product, this is Godrej properties, and one senior management is approving the project. Okay, so before approval it has to be gone through with some analytical approach or analysis cycle where it is going to finalize whether we are going to execute or not, or we are going to cancel it. Okay, so here in first, let's say if the different departments are there. Okay, there is a strategic department, then IT department, then finance department, then project department. I just taken one case here. So first of all, the proposal has been submitted by the strategic department. Okay, and then it is gone through of a different analytical approach like proposal, initiative, idea submission, then approval for requirement based on organization strategies. Then it will go for the technical analysis to the IT department, and then once it is done, it will go to the financial department for their financial analysis, and then once it is approved from these all, then it will go to project execution. But before that, this idea will go to the senior management for the approval. Once it is approved, then it will go to the project department for execution. So this approach, you can just take one example. Let's say IT project, I'm the company. Okay, like I'm the Godrej properties construction company. We want to implement SAP within our organization. Before implementing SAP, just let's analyze whether it is beneficial for us or not. So first of all, strategic department has submitted one initiative that we are going to implement SAP. This is helping us in these cases. Okay, once it is done, it will go to the IT department to just analyze whether whatever the infrastructure we are having we can implement or not, or whatever technical perspective we are having we can put it into that. Once it is done, then it will go to the next level, financial department, whether we are having funds or not for that. If we are saying yes, everything is fine, then they will align with the higher management and will approach them that this is our recommendation, we can go for this implementation. Once it is done, then project department will come to the project department. Okay, project department will float a tender. They will ask to a different IT company to implement SAP, right? So this project is an investment project for Godrej properties, but for IT company who is implementing this SAP, that is a customer project for them. Okay, so next, let's hold this here because we are having more deeper in the same area. Once we'll start our batch one sessions, okay, then I'll explain in more deep this. I'll take one example from construction and IT companies, and then I'll explain it. Let me just come up with what we are going to include in this course. Okay, you can check, this is already sent it through email, but apart from that, if you want to check the course contents and all, you can see here in our website called my imyonedu.com. Okay, just a second, let me open this. So this is our website. Okay, yeah, MYONEDU. Okay, and here we are having self-paced study material and online interactive courses also. So here you can see self-learning box and online course. Online course you will see EPPM. Here we are having PPM, portfolio and project management. Here, what is the course contains here? Portfolio management with SAP portfolio and project management. Okay, and here you can check project management with SAP portfolio and project management. I have included some part of PS also, just introduction what we are having master data and project system, which will help us how exactly it is going to integrate with PPM. Okay, and here if you see the course delivery, this will be around 35 hours of course, and we will provide you SAP system to help to practice. You will have the assignment. Okay, and this will have the study material which you will get it from us, access of certification study material, access of customized user manual will not be there, sorry, this will not be there. Sample business blueprint will be there, consulting notes will be there, FS1, some FS will be there to just know how we can prepare some uh, FS. Data migration strategic document, okay, this will be there. And I'll just include some data migration transactions also, how you can upload the different master data and transactional data in PPM. Okay, and yes, this is all from our side. If you have any question, please let me know, so I'll answer that.
I have one question only. Once again, same.
Sorry.
I have same question. That time when my network was not working, I believe you're not able to get. So that customer is coming with EPPM requirement. How to tell him? Now I decided it is from EPPM, not PPM. So how to guide him? It is not from PPM.
See, PPM is a part of EPPM only. PPM is
Yes,
a part of EPPM, right? So let's say if
yes,
he is giving some risk analysis, that this is
yes.
they just want to do the risk analysis. So in that case, you should know that risk analysis is a part of CPM, not PPM. So let's say if as per your contract, when you are going to implement SAP, you will have some contract between your company and customer that we are going to implement PPM and PS, and CPM is excluded,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So in that case, you need to understand first internally, you need to approach your internal people that whether it is there or not. If it is not there, okay, then you need to ask them that this part is not, this particular requirement is not part of this requirement, sorry, this PS or PPM. But if it is there, okay, the functionality is there, and you just want to know that whether it is we can implement or not. So in that case, you should understand the subject first. You should know that how directly you can tell that this is part of PPM or CPM or PS until unless you don't know the subject, right? For example, if you don't know uh, any area, any solution available, how you will recommend them, right? This is the same thing, correct? Na?